If you are ready to create healthy habits that are sustainable, that are simple, that are doable, and that you actually look forward to doing, this episode is for you. And if you've been curious about, okay, Brianna, you've been talking a lot about essential oils. How does that help me in my mindset, in my habits, the stuff that you do with Teach About Health with health coaching? Well, this episode is for you too, because I combine both together, and I have a special offer this month to help you use essential oils to help you create healthy habits. So that is what this episode is about. Together, we're going to be exploring what habits are, how we create them, the 3 different aspects of habits to look into, so you can create new habits that serve you, that move you towards health and wellness in any area of your life. Then I'm going to share with you how essential oils can be a great tool to help you remember to do those habits, to help you while you're doing those habits, and really just transform your health, not just through the mindset and habit work, but actually having amazing tools in your hand. This is the beginning of a series that I'll be doing on the podcast. So you're going to want to make sure you continue to listen in for the rest of the month, but also you're going to want to make sure you stay tuned to the end as I explain the offer that I have for you this month, that when you purchase the Healthy Habits Kit from doTERRA using my link, or if you're a current customer on my team, you will get my 30-day Healthy Habits coaching program for free. This is something I've never done before, but I'm so excited because this program has transformed my clients' lives, and so have these oils and products. So it's like, why not bring both together, as they're actually covering the same areas as you go through them both for 30 days. Okay, so my goodness, you're going to want to stay tuned, listen to this episode, share it with a friend, and then make sure you take action. Make sure you identify which areas of healthy habits you want to work on in this season, and then make sure you get that kit, because let me tell you, you can get started right away and get my support from an oils and coaching point of view. How cool is that? Okay, tune in. Let me know what you think. Make sure you tell me on Instagram or email. Just touch base with me, and I can't wait to serve you in this series. You're listening to the Madewell Women podcast, and I am Brianna Wilkerson, your host. You know, for over half my life, I really had to pay attention to my relationship with food, with my body, and with myself. As a young girl, I just started to find my worth in my weight and my work. And I really started to define my beauty, my body, and my value in all of those things. And that led to a very not healthy way of eating, not healthy way of taking care of myself. But when I started to realize that my worth was not in my weight, and that healthy living did not have to be so depriving, but it could actually be joyful, that's when I found freedom and breakthrough. And it has been my mission ever since to help women do the same. So Madewell Women is about helping other women find peace with food, create healthy habits, and use essential oils confidently. So you're going to find solo episodes, you're going to find guest interviews from time to time, and really you're just going to find a space where I can talk to you from heart to heart, woman to woman, to really support you in creating your version of food freedom, finding healthy habits that support you in your life, and using essential oils to support you along the way. And as I mentioned, I'm an essential oils lover, and I'm an advocate with doTERRA, and I really want to help more and more women and homes use essential oils for your health and for women's health, their family, and their homes. So I'm so glad you're here and so glad to support you. Before you go and listen to the episode, I want you to do a couple things. 1, make sure you join the Madewell Women's Health community. This is a space where you can unpack these episodes and get support on your journey, as well as follow me on Instagram, because I share all about behind the scenes of my own life there as well. All right, enjoy the episode, and I can't wait to get to know you more and support you. Friends, welcome back to another episode of the Madewell Women podcast. I am excited. It is August. It is a brand new month, and we're going to be doing a special series here on the podcast to kind of celebrate, I guess, my return back to work. You know, obviously still easing myself in. I have a 7-week-old at this point and a 2-year-old, but I'm just really excited because as I was thinking about, okay, you know, I purposely left August. I didn't plan out tons of content for that. Before maternity leave, because I wanted to really think through like what would be the best thing to serve my audience, to serve those of you who maybe came around because you're interested in my work around mindset and habits and really focusing on the health coaching part, or maybe those who are interested in essential oils. And I thought, my goodness, there are so many great things that I have and that doTERRA has to combine both. because I truly believe that when we shift our mindset and habits and use powerful tools like essential oils to support those areas and those things that we've done, we can see massive transformation in our health, but in our life. I've been talking a lot on the podcast, in social media, as well as been having a lot of calls with people, not just about the health opportunity that doTERRA provides through the essential oils and their wellness products, but the career, the finances, the life-changing opportunity through the business opportunity as well. And so what I'm going to do is, yes, this series is going to be about healthy habits, actually, and how essential oils can support you in building healthy habits, but also I'll just talk a little bit about my business story and how I support women through that and how that's blessed me. And then I'll end off the series talking specifically about the joy of sharing oils and how that could be something that you could lean into as well, because I am not just looking for more women to support from a health point of view through the power of essential oils, but also the women who want to shift their lives through additional income, through sharing oils, through making an impact, and potentially even supplementing income or getting their products for free or replacing their income, right? Because guess what? I think we need more women making money, because women are honestly the driver of a lot of amazing things in the household, as well as in the world. And so empower more women and see more change. Okay, so let's talk about this series. So on the podcast over the next month, we are going to really be covering healthy habits with essential oils and how doTERRA essential oils, the wellness products, all of that could really support you in creating healthy habits. And I just wanted to kind of kick off that series talking about some of that today, really just trying to uncover and unpack what are habits. What do we consider healthy habits, not so healthy habits, and then what are essential oils a little bit, because hopefully you know by now. I have lots of intro classes coming up, so you can always jump in if you want to learn more about that. But how they can partner with you in creating your healthy habits and changing your health and life. All right. And so make sure you join me for the rest of this series. Pop your earbuds in while you're on a walk or on the way to work, and just enjoy this and really ask yourself as we head, some of us are still in summer, right? School doesn't always start right away for certain kids. And some of us may still be taking vacations, but maybe September is the month you really want to jump back in your health routine. Allow this month to really help you and prepare you for that. I'm a firm believer that in planning, preparation, because when we plan and prepare, we are more likely to succeed in any goal we have. And I want to talk to you about something special that I'm offering from a coach, like basically coaching and oils point of view for you this month to really help you plan and prepare for an awesome fall. Okay. So first things first, one, definitely make sure you stay tuned for the rest of the episode. But, this, I don't want to take too much time because I understand we all got a lot of things to do, but I want to be very intentional with what I'm saying. And so, when we think of healthy habits, or when we think of habits are literally just automatic responses that we do that we're not even thinking about doing anymore, right? And so, for example, if, I always talk about this, we're driving home from work. And, there's a certain path you take, and you just probably keep taking that path because you do it over and over and over again, right? And so you are thinking about it, because you cannot be like totally mindless while driving, but you don't have to your brain doesn't have to work too hard to help you remember how to get there, because there's a routine in place, right? And so when it comes to our health and our lifestyle, it's the same thing that's happening. I think I work a lot with women who want to restore their relationship with food, and particularly emotional eating, because that's a huge part of my story. And when I remember back to when I started emotional eating, and it wasn't a habit at those first few times, right? But what started happening is there's different aspects of creating a habit, and I'll talk about that. But what started happening is that as I did it more, my body and my mind really told itself, okay, when you are feeling this, or when this thing happens, this is what you do. So when you're feeling stressed or sad or worn out or burnt out or upset, you eat. And you don't just eat apples, you eat cookies, you eat all these other things, right? Which cookies aren't bad, but you know what I'm saying? We typically eat foods that make us feel good instantly. And so then I created a habit out of it. And as much as I kept trying to break that habit through, i.e. dieting, not a good way to break that habit because it's about restriction. And I tried to just keep breaking, but I didn't address what was really going on. I didn't recognize the cue, because when it comes to habits, all habits, there are different aspects. All right. Charles Duhigg in The Power of Habit would say there's 3. James Clear in Atomic Habits would say there's 4. But let's just talk about 3 since it's simple at the moment, right? Where there's a cue. So something happens to initiate that habit. So for example, again, driving home from work, that is the cue. I'm going home from work. Then there's a routine. There's something that you just do automatically. And I take a left on this street or take a right on this street or whatever. And then there's a reward, and that is getting home, right? So in all of our habits, you may not recognize that this is happening. There's a cue, routine, and a reward. All right, so let's talk about what we consider healthy habits. Healthy meaning stuff that's moving us towards being our most vibrant, energetic, healthy, I don't want to use healthy in the definition, most well self. And that could be physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, and not so healthy is stuff that's taking us away from that, right? That's making us less energetic, less happy, not fully ourselves, not really living into our potential with the things we want, okay? Now, say, for example, emotional eating. Let's talk about that. So say I'm stressed after a long day of work. I got to get food together for the kids, and I still have work to do. And so I'm like, you know what? I can't think about cooking a meal right now, or I can't think about a food that is nutritious. I just want something that makes me feel good. So the cue is I'm stressed after a long day of work and I feel overwhelmed. Now the routine is really what changes and shifts your habits, by the way. The routine is, oh man, I'm just going to order pizza. Simple, easy, don't got to do anything. Put a slice on the plate, whatever. Maybe I'll add some salad with it. Everyone's happy. Kids love pizza. I love pizza. And the reward is I feel good for a moment, right? Especially if you're having certain health. Nothing's wrong with ordering pizza when you're stressed. Don't hear me. Don't hear what I'm not saying, but I'm saying, like, if you keep doing that and that's something you don't want to do, then that's not a habit that serves you, right? And so the cue, guess what? The cue may stay the same, right? The cue is I'm stressed, and we can work on stress, but sometimes life just gets you stressed. But how you respond to it, well, that is what we need to change. And so, for example, say if you're like, okay, I don't want to do that anymore. So I'm stressed after a day long work, overwhelmed. All right, so I don't feel like cooking, or I don't feel like getting a meal together, but I have some options now. I'm going to order food, but I'm going to order some nutritious, delicious, healthy options that move me and my family towards the energy, the health, the wellness, and life that I want. So I'm going to get some rotisserie chicken from the grocery store. I'm going to get some steamed veg. I'm going to get some potatoes that I can just pop in the oven quick, whatever, or with some rice or whatever, right? And so it may actually take the same amount of time. It just takes shifting, right? So what's your reward then? Your reward then is you feel good long term. You feel good because you made the decision to actually be a little bit more intentional, and it moves you towards your goals, all right? And so in any habit that you are trying to break, in regards to your health and life, you want to ask yourself, what's the cue, what's the routine, and what's the reward? I love Jack Canfield. He wrote Chicken Soup for the Soul, and I've been rereading his book, Success Principles, that if you want to be successful in any part of your life, go get this book. It's a hefty one, but it's a good one. And the first principle is take 100% responsibility for your life. And this is where many of us get tripped up because we become victims. We say, this is happening to me. I have no control, when really we have some control to a certain extent. And he would say same thing with that as a habit, right? There's an event or a cue. There's a response, or what we would call routine in the habits, and there's an outcome or a reward. And we cannot always control our event, but we can control our response and our outcome. And it is shifting our responses to things, or our routines to things, that we start to have the outcome and rewards we truly, truly want. That is more than just about 5 minutes of feeling good. It's like long term. All right? And I mean, this is the work that I do as a coach. I have lots of life coaching clients, health coaching, business coaching, and the principles are the same. Like if you want to shift something in your health, your life, your business, your finances, whatever, you got to shift your responses so you can have a different outcome and reward. And so when we bring this back to our health, I want you to take a moment when you can and ask yourself, is there one habit that I really want to shift? In areas such as my nutrition, my exercise, my movement, my stress management, my sleep, my digestion, my toxic load, or even my mindset, the way I believe and think about things. And identify that habit and then ask yourself, what's the cue, routine, and reward? What's really triggering that habit? Then how am I responding? And am I okay with that response? Do I want to change that response? And then what is the reward I really want? Because when you're clear on all of that, let me tell you, you're not going to do this you're going to shift your automatic response. And the thing is, it's like that takes time to create. It takes about 60 to 90 days, sometimes 30 days. It depends, 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. It takes time to create a new habit, right? But when you identify, what do I want to shift? And what are those three aspects? Then you can break your old habits. So many of us are trying to create new habits without breaking the old ones. And really, the only way to break an old one is to create a new one. But we got to get clear on what is that cue, routine, and reward. I've seen this show up countless times in my life, in my health, and in my business. So right now, I'm trying to finish this book, guys. I've been trying to work on this. Well, I've shifted in this particular book has been the second one I started, but it's really the one I want to finish that actually encompasses a lot of the stuff I do from a coaching point of view, that mindset and worth piece around food, your body, and yourself, and food freedom, and then this healthy habit piece. And I was talking with my husband the other day. I'm like, listen, I'm just struggling to actually be consistent with writing. Yes, I have a 7-week-old. Yes, I have a 2-year-old. And I'm still kind of on leave. But I just started talking to him and saying, listen, I am not someone who, when I say I want to do something, doesn't start to move towards it. So why is this not why am I not being consistent? And I realized it's because I had all these ideas of what consistent writing should be like. I had all these fears about what would actually happen if I published my book, or, all these different things. And I realized, okay, listen, you want to start writing, and you're telling yourself it needs to be this amount of time, this amount of days. I just started telling myself, just write every day. If it's 5 minutes, if it's 10 minutes, if it's 15, if it's an hour, just write every day, or at least 5 times a week, right? Well, just write as consistently. And let me tell you, I've been doing that this week, and I've written every day. And sometimes it was 10 minutes because I started and then my kid woke up, or sometimes it was 45 minutes. It was just, it didn't matter to me. It's yes, I didn't finish quote unquote that chapter I wanted, but I'm moving towards it. And you know what? I realized, I look back on my health journey and all this stuff in my own habits and my own food freedom journey. It all started with that. It's just making a decision to do a little bit each day, because a little bit is more than nothing. Right? But so many of us are really making ourselves, we're self-sabotaging ourselves, because we're telling ourselves, if I can't walk 30 minutes a day, 5 times a week, I shouldn't walk at all. Or if I can't do this, we're doing this all or nothing mentality. And let me tell you, successful people in any goal, in any industry, has not had an all or nothing mentality. Because success is not an all or nothing mentality. It is literally small steps daily that aren't sexy, but get you to where you want to go. And so I looked back on my need to be okay, I want to be consistent with exercise. I started with walking a few times a week, just walking, something easy I enjoyed. Then I'm maybe I'm going to start jogging. Maybe I'm going to start running. Then eventually I'm working out 5-6 times a week, doing CrossFit, doing all these other things. And it's just a habit I do now. And I'm going to try to do a more job on social too, sharing behind the scenes on Instagram, more about my habits behind the scenes. But what got me to where I am is not because I have more willpower or more self-control than anyone else. It is because I've just made the decision and the resolve that I'm just going to be consistent over the long term. Now, with my journey with food freedom and, breaking through emotional eating, it was just making the decision of no, when I'm stressed or sad or whatever, I'm just going to choose to do something different. I'm going to call a friend. I'm going to go for a 5-minute walk, because I deserve better. My body and my mind, my health, it just deserves better. And did I always do that? No, sometimes I ate and my emotions still, and sometimes I still do. Like, it's not like this is a journey for me, right? And it's just like it's a journey for you. But I think if you can sit here and just break that all or nothing mentality, let me tell you, you're going to be successful in your health. You're going to be successful in your career. You're going to be successful as a parent. You're just going to be successful because you're telling yourself it's about the small, consistent steps daily. That's what's going to get you towards anywhere you want to go. All right. Okay, that was a heated moment, but I had to tell you how it is and be a little bit direct, right? So what is that habit for you, right? So on this series, we're going to look at, let's see, 1, 2. We're going to look at 6 areas of healthy habits. And that's nutrition, exercise, stress management, sleep, toxic load, and mindset. We're going to cover 2 each week, starting next week. And I just really think I want you to journey with me and identify from now, okay, what's the 1 or 2 areas and you can either pick all 6 of those areas from, preparation before. And I have my healthy habits inventory in my in my resource library that could help you with that. I'll make sure to link that in here. It's just a visual way of identifying what habits and areas you want to work on. That'll be good. So you could identify one if doing all of them is overwhelming, or identify all 6 areas, right? What are the areas of your health and the habits that you want to shift? Okay. And then each week we're going to go through that. All right. So, okay. Well, Brianna, where does essential oils come in? Okay. So we talk about mindset shifts, habit shifts. So how would essential oils support us? Well, the reality is, so I have a 7-week-old and I have a 2-year-old. And one of the things that you really try to help your kid unpack or create rhythms around is sleep, right? They don't know how to do that. They have a circadian rhythm at some point, but they don't know how to go to sleep at certain times, all that stuff. And some things that we do when they're young, which is fine because they just came out the womb and they're adjusting, is that we actually give them sleep props. And sleep props are like rocking in a chair, or it's, shaking, or it's playing lullabies or singing, or it's driving in a car. We give them a little prop to go to sleep. And eventually though, we want them to create their own props, basically move from needing us to help them to sleep to them helping themselves to sleep. And thank the Lord, after 2 years, my daughter's doing it. And we always do. She would do this on her own timing, but she's sleeping more on her own than ever before. We don't have to go there and sing and all this sort of stuff. But guess what? I'm still helping her. I'm still helping her create a prop. So, I go in and I say, nap time, nighttime. She has this little writing pad that they're eraser ones. And I'm like, hey, you want to write? You can write and draw your shapes and your alphabet, all that. And, the white noise machine is there. So she still has some props, but it's they're less about me helping her, and they're kind of there, and she gets to utilize them. So she could play with her blocks until she's tired. She could draw until she's tired, but she is teaching. There are props there, right? But she's teaching herself how to fall asleep. And I think we all need to get sleep props when it comes to our health, but move from a place of needing someone else to us creating those for ourselves. And now with my 7-week-old, but trust me, I'm a little bit more strict about sleep props with him that I'm doing because I want him to learn how to fall asleep on his own earlier. But I think essential oils are a great prop, right? They're great cues. We're talking about this cue habits. I think they're great props. They're great supplements, and they're great cues to help us with our healthy habits. I have used doTERRA essential oils and shared and taught women how to use them for 6+ years. They have transformed our own health and my health and home and family. And they have transformed hundreds of women's lives that I've served in all of these areas. And so if we're talking about nutrition, essential oil itself has therapeutic benefits that are great, right? It's not necessarily going to provide us with more nutrition, i.e. nutrition meaning macronutrients or micronutrients. We need that from food or plants and stuff like that. But there are a lot of wellness products that doTERRA has that has essential oils in them that can. And one of those things that we'll talk about is their Lifelong Vitality Pack, which is their supplements. And if you're not taking supplements, or even if you are, I really encourage you to stay tuned for this episode, next week's episode, because I have found these supplements to be superior. Now, I'm a health coach. I'm a health advocate. I believe in investing in my own health and wellness. But no matter how much I eat, how many greens I eat, whatever. It's like I'm still not going to get all the nutrients I need because I can only eat so much. Depends on the quality, soil quality of the fruits and veggies that I'm buying. Depends on when I'm getting them. Like there's so many vitamins and minerals that our body needs that are essential, that even with a healthy diet, or what we would consider a nutritious diet, you still need a supplement. And so supplements, again, are a supplement to what you're doing. You can't take a vitamin and think, now I can just eat whatever I want. No, they're a supplement. But if we pair that, if you pair your nutrition and really working to have as much nutritious foods in your diet as possible, and pair that with a supplement like essential oils, I'm telling you, or like the Lifelong Vitality Pack, or the digestive support supplements they have, you're gonna, my goodness, you're gonna feel good. And I noticed a difference. Trust me, me and my husband have been on this health journey for a while. When we take the Lifelong Vitality Pack and the digestive supplements, and when we don't. We have more energy when we do. Our digestive system works way better. Our skin is better. We sleep better. Less inflammation in our body. Just everything is overall healthy and better. And I think most of us don't realize how bad we feel until how good we actually feel when we're taking care of ourselves in this way, until we feel bad, right? You don't know how good your health is until you get a cold or you get sick, right? And so let's just always feel good. And so I'm going to talk about those, the nutrition, the Lifelong Vitality Pack, that's your multivitamin, your omega-3s, your cell protection, and some digestive enzymes and probiotics. That's going to be the star of next week's conversation, but there's other great ones that I'm going to make sure to mention as well, and other things that could support your nutrition. So how would that help you? Well, I whenever I take my vitamins, one, they're where we eat. And it helps me, one, it enhances my nutrition that I'm already working on. But two, when I make sure I take my vitamins, I'm like, my goodness, what's the point of taking my vitamins if I'm not eating well? So it's like they go hand in hand. It reminds me to choose more nutritious foods for my body. And doing the nutritious food also reminds me to do my supplements, right? So they work together. So that's how they're a great prop, a great cue, and so forth, right? And the same thing with, exercise. There's some amazing essential oils and amazing wellness products doTERRA has to help you with, your, needing relief in your muscles or your joints to help you keep moving. Also to have natural energy and stamina. And actually the Lifelong Vitality Pack helps you with all these areas, by the way, not just nutrition, helps you with all these habits. So that's why it's foundational. Then in stress management and sleep, tons of great essential oils. I think most people think about essential oils for stress management and sleep. And that's what they think about when I think about essential oils. But there's great oils, yes, that you probably never heard of. But there's also great supplements. And so we're going to talk about pairing that with your habits around those areas. And then toxic load. Listen, we have toxic load really is your body's, how much synthetic toxins your body is currently having to store and process. So our body has natural detoxifying organs, and it's constantly, whenever it gets toxins or things it doesn't need, it's filtering it out. But when we keep loading it up, our body's toxin detoxifying organs get slow and sluggish, and actually the toxins get stored in our fat. Which is why when you do a quote unquote detox, you feel better. It's not because you lost weight. It's really because you're releasing toxins, right? And then we're talking about mindset and emotions a little bit, and how essential oils can support that through, yes, emotional aromatherapy, but also the application of the oils topically and internally as well. And so we're gonna talk about habits, some key habits that I think everyone should try to start with, but then also some essential oils and how essential oils can support you on this journey. So dive on in. I think, okay, so your action step though is definitely, if you want to identify, if you need help identifying the habits you want to work on and prepare to really work on, definitely download that Healthy Habits Inventory from my resource library. I'll make sure to link that in there. Print it out and you can kind of identify that, and make sure you share with me, whether on Instagram or email or in my Facebook group, about that. But the next thing I want to make sure to tell you about is, okay, so Brianna, you're talking about, okay, we're going to work on habits. Just briefly cover some habits and then essential oils. But what can you provide me to help with that? And that's what I want to tell you. I have something special to offer you this month. So from August 1st to the 31st of 2022, when you purchase doTERRA's Healthy Habits Kit, Using my link, whether you're a current customer on my team or a new customer, you're going to get free access to my 30-day Healthy Habits Jumpstart program. Now, what? Yes. I revamped this program the beginning of this year, ran it live. Women had major takeaways, major breakthroughs. We covered these areas of healthy habits. I actually had essential oil bonus sessions for that. But my goodness, I give you tips, instructions, resources, recipes, fitness guides, stress management tips, sleep tips, like actually a lot of tips to help you and resources to help you with creating the habit, then also lead you on how to use the essential oils with that. Now, that is free. That program is valued at like $600, $700, $800 if you were to pay the full value for it. And I'm offering it now on a self-study, meaning that you don't have to wait till I run it live. And so I'm selling it at a very great price of like $197 if you wanted to just buy it. But if you want to get both, if you want to really journey and see how can essential oils support me in creating healthy habits, or Brianna, I've been really wanting to try essential oils, or get your support because I offer my customers tons of support through using oils in their daily life, but I also want to get some support from a coaching point of view, this is your month. Okay, when you purchase the Healthy Habits Kit from doTERRA using my link, and whether you're a new customer on my team or current, you will automatically get access. I will. It might take a couple days, but I will add you to the Healthy Habits Jumpstart self-study course. This is a 30-day course where we go through planning, goal setting, nutrition, movement, stress and sleep, and mindset in particular. And then, of course, there's bonus essential oil trainings as well. And you get, again, recipes, all this sort of stuff. And you're really just going to leave with an amazing program and toolkit to help you jumpstart your health in 30 days. And it's self-paced, so you could take longer than 30 days. But if you want to go all in, that 30-day program is available to you. And you want to know what's cool is that the Healthy Habits Kit is designed to be used in 30 days as well. Yes, there is actually a 30-day kind of step-by-step routine that I'm going to make sure to link in the Healthy Habits program to help you each day know what supplement to take, what oil to use, and how, and what area of health it works on to really support you as you continue to change the habits. This is something I've never offered before. I've never given away a program for people who bought oils and vice versa, right? So I'm really excited for this because literally the Healthy Habits Kit is only $195. So you're saving like 100% because you don't have to buy the program. But you're also, let me tell you what you get when you become a member of my team. You get a wellness consult, 45-minute wellness consult with me or someone on my team to help you implement your oils, help you create a 90-day wellness plan using this doTERRA essential oils, but also working on some habits, right? You get access to my customer Facebook group where there are daily tips, daily recipes, continuing education. You get access to an amazing continuing education program that will cover all the basic essential oils, actually ones that are even in your kit that will go through different topics like nutrition and supplements, oils for every age, toxin-free living, essential oils for babies or kids, or like just going on and on. You'll get access to doTERRA's all of doTERRA's products for a whole year, 25% off. Get access to their loyalty rewards program, where you can get free oils back, and you just get tons of support from a health point of view, literally ongoing, because you just bought $195 worth of product, And what's really cool about the Healthy Habits Kit, particularly the Lifelong Vitality Pack that's included in it, is that if you don't see results, you can return it to doTERRA and get your money back, right? So there's just so much stuff I'm throwing at you because I really want you to really transform your health through habits using these amazing doTERRA oils and products, and then using my program. And so you get my program for free when you buy this kit. So I'm going to link the kit down here. So if you're like, Brian, I want to dive in from now, get it. Don't wait till the end of the month, because guess what? It's from the 1st to the 31st, but once you get your kit, we can have our wellness consult this month. Like, we can get started. You can get started in the program because you have the 30-day Jumpstart program right away. Like, you don't have to wait. Don't wait, actually. Even if you're just planning and preparing, get that from now, okay? But also, I'm doing something special, a little extra incentive, that if you are a new customer, me and my team have put together, you can get free if you buy this Healthy Habits kit, you can get free 4 different essential oils that are kind of the top essential oils. I think it's peppermint, lavender, lemon, and On Guard. My goodness, like those, if you were to buy them, that would be probably the cost of this kit again on their own. You can get that for free when you start with this Healthy Habits kit in this month. So not only are you getting my program, but you're getting some oils for free. If you're a current customer on my team and you've never done the Loyalty Rewards program and you want to get started with this Healthy Habits kit, or you want to get my program for free, the 30-day coaching program. When you buy the Healthy Habits kit this month, not only are you going to get my 30-day coaching program, you're also going to get our deep sleep combo. I think it's Adaptive Serenity and Citrus Bliss for free. This is if you've never bought, if you never joined the Loyalty Rewards program as a current customer. If you do that this month by buying this Healthy Habits kit, you're going to get those oils for free. And guess what? If you do it by the 15th of the month, doTERRA is going to throw an oil in for free. All right. And if you're a current customer and you've been on the Loyalty Rewards program before, you still get my Healthy Habits program for free, which is still amazing. Okay. Because what I want to do, I want as many women as possible to get this Healthy Habits kit this month, because I want to see you have an amazing August and September. I want to see you shift your health. I want to hear back from you. How's it been going? And I can support you in that way as a current customer, especially in our Facebook group, right? So if that is you, if you're wanting to really shift your habits, then buy the Healthy Habits kit using my link below if you're a new customer, or go order it on a Loyalty Rewards program in your back office, in your own account, if you are a current customer. Let me know you want to send your order confirmation to me, or if you're a current customer, you want to send your order confirmation to me. If you're a new customer, I'll know that that's what you got. And let's get started. Again, because you're going to get some oils, you're going to get my program for free. And so I'm so excited this month. And I'm so excited that this is just where, I'm just excited, okay? Because I really do think like the work I do from a food freedom point of view with restoring women's relationship with food, their body, and themselves is some stuff that I'm going to get back into on the podcast and in my business the rest of the fall. But many of us need to start with our habits first, right? And some of us start with mindset first, but sometimes people want to start with habits first. And so this is the month, all right? So what do you need to do? One, if you want to journey with me on this podcast series and identify which habits you want to shift your areas, download my Healthy Habits inventory from my resource library, okay? But 2, if you're like, Brianna, I want your support from this month. I want to get this Healthy Habits kit and start and prepare, or I want to get the program and dive in and prepare, or even start it this month. Grab my Healthy Habits kit in the link below. And if you're new, or, order it on the Loyalty Rewards program if you're a current customer on my team, and you'll get the program, and we'll make sure to send you your oils by the end of the month to get started. All right. So I'm so excited to do this. And please reach out on Instagram at Madewell Women, or in my Facebook group, Madewell Women's Health Community, if you have questions about this. But let me tell you, this $195 is not, it's a small amount of money for the transformation you're going to receive, not only when you do use the kit or go through the 30-day program, but over the rest of your life. Because when you start to create habits, it shifts your health forever. Trust me. And we'll talk more about that. Okay. I can't wait to support you all on the podcast, but also in my essential oil community and through my 30-day program. Reach out if you have any questions. Check the links below and share this podcast episode with a friend. If you know a friend in your life or woman in your life that really wants to work on habits and you guys can do it together, share this link with them. And, we're going to go through this series on the podcast. And also, if you haven't yet left a review on my podcast, please do so more women can see it. All right. Okay, go grab your inventory so you can identify which areas and habits you want to work on throughout this series, but also go get that Healthy Habits kit so you can get free oils and my program. Okay. All right. I'll talk to you later and see you on the next one. Friend, I hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope you are leaving really encouraged to really work on habits and that it can be simple and sustainable. And I hope that you're going to journey with me in this series. But before you go, please, please, please get that Healthy Habits kit. Check it out, because let me tell you, with the supplements and with the oils that are in there, we are going to just transform the way that you care for your health. In it with guess what? My Healthy Habits program, my 30-day coaching program that I've created, you get that for free when you get the Healthy Habits kit, as well as some oils if you are a new customer or a first customer on the Loyalty Rewards program on my team. So I'm so excited to support you for a very small cost because I really want to see you transform your health and your habits and your life. All right, so go check that stuff out. You can even check out the details to my 30-day program to see if that's something that you want, but it's going to be something you want. And plus, it's free for you with tons of resources. All right, so check out all the links to everything we talked about. Grab that kit, journey with me in this next 30 days, and let's transform your health together. That's it. I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Madewell Women podcast and enjoyed whether it was me and a solo episode or my guest thoughts on really how to help you live a healthy life and to be made well. But before you go, I want to make sure you know you're not alone. These podcasts are meant to be inspirational. They're meant to support you as you're going about your daily life. But where I have found the most transformation is one-on-one support, but also community. So make sure you join the Madewell Women's Health community, where you can process this podcast and get support in whatever aspect of a Madewell journey you're on. And also make sure you follow me on Instagram, because there you're going to also be able to see behind the scenes and just how I live my own Madewell woman life. All right. Can't wait to support you. Can't wait to get to know you more. And again, thank you so much for listening to this podcast. Please rate, review it. Let me know how it was for you. And the more people that rate and review the podcast, the more women that could see it. All right. That's it. Bless you. And I'll see you on the next episode.